Listen to me. Right now, in this exact moment, you're waiting for something. You tell yourself it's not the right time. You tell yourself you need more preparation. You tell yourself you need someone to tell you it's okay. But here's the truth you don't want to hear. Nobody is coming to give you permission. Not your parents. Not your boss. Not your friends. Not even the version of yourself you think you need to become. The permission you're waiting for? It doesn't exist. And while you sit there, paralyzed by the need for approval, life is passing you by. Your dreams are getting older. Your potential is rotting. So let me ask you something. How much longer are you going to wait? You wake up every morning with a war inside your chest. You feel it, don't you? That pull. That voice that says, you could be more than this. But then the fear comes rushing in. The doubt. The voices of everyone who ever told you to stay small. To be realistic. To stop dreaming so big. You feel tired. Tired of starting and stopping. Tired of watching other people live the life you know you're capable of. Tired of explaining yourself to people who will never understand. You feel confused. Confused about your purpose. Confused about whether you're good enough. Confused about whether this dream inside you is real or just foolish hope. You feel broken. Broken by rejection. Broken by failure. Broken by the weight of expectations, yours and everyone else's. And here's what happens. You start waiting. Waiting for the perfect moment. Waiting for more money. Waiting for more time. Waiting for someone to validate your vision. You scroll through social media and watch people younger than you winning. People less talented than you succeeding. People with half your potential living at full capacity. And it eats at you. Because deep down, you know the truth. You're not waiting for permission. You're waiting for courage. But what if I told you something that changes everything? What if the very thing you think is holding you back is actually the proof you're ready? Stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you will shift everything. Here's the revelation. Permission is a prison. Think about it. Every great person in history, every world changer, every innovator, every legend, they all had one thing in common. They moved without permission. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't wait for America to be ready. He declared the dream anyway. Steve Jobs didn't wait for experts to approve his vision. He built it in a garage. Oprah didn't wait for the world to crown her. She crowned herself. Because here's what they understood. Waiting for permission is just fear dressed up as wisdom. It's your ego protecting itself. It's your comfort zone disguising itself as being responsible. But let me tell you what permission really is. Permission is you giving away your power. It's you saying, I don't trust myself enough to decide. And every day you wait, you reinforce that belief. You teach yourself that you're not enough, that your judgment can't be trusted, that you need someone else to validate your existence. But here's the twist. The discomfort you feel, that restlessness, that voice that won't shut up, that's not weakness. That's your greatness knocking. What you call doubt is actually clarity trying to break through. What you call fear is actually your soul preparing for expansion. What you call not being ready is actually you standing at the edge of your breakthrough. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I start and it doesn't work? Let me tell you something about failure that nobody talks about. And this might be the most important thing you hear today. Failure is not the opposite of success. Permission is. Let me say that again. The opposite of success is not failure. It's waiting for permission that never comes. Failure teaches you. Failure builds you. Failure is data. It's feedback. It's the universe showing you what doesn't work so you can find what does. But waiting? Waiting teaches you nothing. Waiting builds nothing. Waiting is just slow death disguised as safety. You know what the real tragedy is? It's not the person who tries and fails. It's the person who dies with their music still inside them. It's the person who had the dream but never had the courage. It's you, 20 years from now, looking back and asking, what if I had just started? And here's what you need to understand. The people you admire, the ones you think have it all figured out, they didn't wait either. They were terrified. They were unqualified. They were criticized and doubted and laughed at. But they moved anyway, because they understood something you're learning right now. Action creates clarity. Movement creates momentum. Starting creates confidence. You don't find courage and then act. You act, and then you find courage.